get started on our 4th of July Firecracker sugar cookies. So, this is, with this whole recipe, you can make any sugar cookie that you want to make. This is just a sugar cookie that is a family recipe, and so I'm actually going to double this recipe that I'm telling you, because the way I'm going to make these cookies is we're not going to roll out the dough and then use cookie cutters to make the cookies. I've got a neat twist to put with it. And just as a spoiler alert, we will be using Pop Rocks later on in the video. So, what I've got here, which looks like butter in front of us, this is actually butter flavored Crisco, and you're going to use 2/3 a cup of butter flavored Crisco, and to that, but remember I'm doubling, so these are not going to look the same. And to that, what you're going to do is you're going to add 3/4 a cup of sugar. Forgot I put my milk in here. You're going to add 1 tablespoon and 1 teaspoon of milk. And 1 tablespoon of vanilla. So, what I'm going to do is, I've got my mixer here, and I'm going to mix this together until it's really well blended. So let me get that started. Alrighty, so we've got that well blended. Now what we're going to do is we're going to beat in 1 egg. Again, I'm doubling mine. Alright, so we've got that well blended together. I'm going to move this to the side just really quickly to let you know. Next, we've got 2 cups of flour, and then we also have a 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder and a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. So we're going to mix that in. Let me get my little whisk really quick. Doesn't say to whisk it, but I kind of would like to, just to kind of get it mixed up in there a little bit. And this is entirely the wrong size whisk to use, but that's okay. We use what we can and what's near us. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my wet ingredients here, and I'm going to blend in my flour slowly, a little bit at a time, so we don't have a winter wonderland. So let me get this mixed and I'll show you how it looks. So we've got the dough, it's been mixed, and I put it on a piece of parchment paper, because what I'm going to do is I want to divide this up into 3 equal parts. And I'm going to put them in different bowls. I think that one kind of got ripped off a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to keep this one right here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cover it with some saran wrap, and you want all of the dough to sit overnight, at least overnight, until you work with it again. So this is going to be my white dough. So I'm going to cover it with saran wrap, put it aside. Now, what I'm going to do next, if I can get this off my hands, I've got my other dough right here, and this is going to be my blue. So what I've got is I've just got some sky blue. Actually, this blue is not as royal blue as I wanted it to be, but it's what I had in my pantry. So it's pretty high concentrate, I say as I'm about to like squeeze a lot of it here. Come on, blue. But you're wanting to make a red, a white, and a blue color of your dough. So that's going to be the blue. And I don't have any of that same coloring for the red. So all I have on hand, unfortunately, is this generic red pasty stuff. And you have to use a lot of it for it to not look pink. I know they say less is more, but I'm telling you, I know I've worked with this before, and it sucks. Like, I gotta get the gel paste stuff. So let me get these all mixed together. I'm gonna show you how they look, and then we'll be back. Okay, guys, we have our red, white, and blue for our Firecracker sugar cookies. So once you have them totally the way you want them, and like I said, the white part you're not going to adjust at all. So just make sure you get some really good clinging saran wrap. Saran wrap never works for me when I want it to, I swear. Anyways, you just are going to put this in the refrigerator, and I'm going to cover these as well, and you want them to sit overnight. So I'm going to let these sit overnight, and I'll be back tomorrow night to finish, and we'll see our Firecracker cookies. See you tomorrow. Okay, so the dough has been sitting overnight, and what I did was I just tried to measure it out equally so that I think mine came out to 14 different balls. But what I did was I rolled each one, just kind of like this, into a really long snake, and then I put them all together and I rolled them up into this ball so you can see the red, white, and blue as the cookie. So I'm ready to put that one on my tray, but I'm going to try to show you guys how to do this one. This one has some cracks in it, but so you're just going to roll it out just like, you know, back in the day when you used to play with Play-Doh and you were just a young chap. But you want it to be fairly thin, and I don't even know if that's in the camera. But you want it to be somewhat thin because you've got to swirl it around. And I'm going to show you how you twist this. And babe, can you hold this so it doesn't move that side of the paper? Thank you. Unfortunately, my parchment paper wants to move all over the place. Alright, so now we'll do, that's the red one. Here's the blue one. So again, just like Play-Doh. Ooh. Unfortunately, this blue one, for some reason, really wants to crumble. The red one doesn't want to crumble, and I noticed that the blue one wants to crumble, and the white one wants to crumble. I do not know what the deal is with this. This parchment paper keeps slipping around. But you want to make them into these little snakes about the same length as each other. I'm going to put this over on this side. We got a little bit longer to go. Come on, stretch, blue, stretch. Alright, and then, like I said, the white one is just really crumbly. I don't know what the deal is with this one. See, look at that. I had a struggle with the first one. I had to really just almost kind of form it as I went type of thing. Alright, instead of making you guys watch this whole thing, let me get this spread out the way it's supposed to be, and then I'll be back to show you what to do. So all I did was I've got the white on top of the red and the blue. And again, like I said, mine's a little bit crumbly here, and I'm sure there's a reason why. But you just want to twist them, just like this. So you're just going to twist them around, and you'll probably have to help guide them if they are crumbly a little bit, just to keep them from getting too disconnected. But so you see we've got the red, white, and blue. Whoops. technical difficulties, guys. And you're just going to kind of push it in and squish it down to kind of make it like a circle, so it's a full circle cookie. And there you go, you've got your red, white, and blue cookie. So I've got the oven going. Let me see how much I have the oven going on. 375, and we're going to cook these for about 12 minutes, and then we'll pull them out, and then I will show you guys the next step so we can get them cream cheese frosting made and decorations. Okay, so our cookies are cooling on the cooling rack, and now I'm going to make the cream cheese frosting. What you're going to do is you're going to take half a cup of room temperature butter, 2 teaspoons of vanilla, and 8 ounces of cream cheese, and you're going to mix this together very well for at least 2 minutes. You're wanting to mix it for at least 2 minutes. So once we get that done, I'll be back to show you the consistency. Okay, so there's the consistency. I mean, it almost looks like icing at this point, but we haven't added the goody sugarness. So right here I've got 2.5 cups of powdered sugar, and I'm not going to add it all at once or we'll have a nice little white Christmas here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this all mixed together and incorporated, then I'll put the other half in here, and I'm going to mix this for 2 minutes as well. So I'll be back to show you the final product. So we've got our icing finished. I beat it for 2 minutes, and I actually had to add a little bit more powdered sugar to it because it was a little bit too creamy for me. But anyways, so this is I'm letting the cookies cool, and this is what we're going to put on for icing. Now, the other thing that we're going to do is we're going to make some blue sugar. You can buy blue sugar, you know, sanding sugar. I don't have any, so we're going to just kind of make our own. And I'm probably putting maybe about like 1/4 of a cup of sugar into my food processor. And I'm going to put a couple of drops of this blue in here as well. Then we're just going to pulse this. I want to get all those big blue chunks out of there. Alright. Okay. So now I have some blue sugar, so whenever we decorate our cookies in just a little bit, we can put a little brown sugar, a little bit of blue sugar, and then also our Firecracker effect, which is the red Pop Rocks. So as soon as the cookies get cooled off and we can put the icing on them, we will do that fun part. So we'll be back. Alright guys, here are our, trying to get the full angle in. Here are our cookies, and as you can see, they turned out really nice. And so when they're broken in half, it'll be red, white, and blue all intertwined inside since we kind of twisted them. So let's get to decorating, because that's the really fun part. So I have my cream cheese here, and I'm just gonna coat the top of the cookie. Sorry if I keep getting out of the lens here. And I really wish that my cream cheese frosting, the consistency was just a tad bit more firm. But I will probably refrigerate these overnight. So we've got that. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take a little bit of our blue sugar that we just made and put that on top. And for the fun part, some Pop Rocks. These are red. And they actually kind of make a popping sound when you put them on the cookie. How cool is that? Alright. So there you go. And it's popping. So there you go, a 4th of July firecracker cookie. I hope you guys try these. I hope you like them. Let me know what you think. Give me a thumbs up. I'll say that's a thumbs up. Like, subscribe, comment, whatever you'd like to do. But I hope you guys have a good 4th of July and have a nice special treat, possibly like these cookies, to make for your 4th. So we will be back for the next one next time. Bye guys.